Our first contest today, the first of four, is the 7th place game between Nicaragua and Bahamas. Alongside Louis Shine, I'm Craig Feda, and Louis, this tournament is just about concluded. We've got one more day left. We've got the 7th place and 5th place games today, followed up by the semifinals, and then the 3rd place game and gold medal game tomorrow. And we had 3 tremendous basketball games yesterday. I don't know if our voices can handle games today like they were yesterday.
Oh, man, great games yesterday. 20 games in 5 days, and we got 6 more left, but the games have been tremendous. Definitely have kept our attention, and it's been a lot of fun thus far.
An interesting development as we go into this one. Neither DeAndre Ayton nor Jerron Burroughs were introduced with Bahamas. We have not seen Ayton. He is not with the team in their lineup. He was not introduced, nor was Jerron Burroughs. So we will try to find out what happened with DeAndre Ayton between yesterday's game and today. Ayton yesterday against Mexico had 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocked shots. On the tournament, he's averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 3.5 blocked shots. And now the national anthem for the home team, Nicaragua. Good afternoon once again, and welcome back to Roberto Duran Arena in Panama City for the classification round of the 2016 Centrobasket Championship Tournament. This contest between Bahamas and Nicaragua. We talked in the open about the absence of DeAndre Ayton from the Bahamas lineup. In fact, 4 players from Bahamas not here. Deshaun Taylor, DeAndre Ayton, Jerron Burroughs, and Taryn Cox. Cox and Ayton both starters for head coach Mario Boleg, and we will try to find out more information about why those 4 players aren't here. There you get a look at our game officials. From Puerto Rico, Jose Carrion. From the Dominican Republic, Robinson Aracena. And from Costa Rica, Mauricio Chinchilla. This drastically alters the outlook on this game. You can pretty much throw all the statistics out the window right now. Ayton leading Bahamas in points and rebounds at 16 and 11. Cox leading in steals at 2.8 per game, and Ayton leading in blocks at 3.5 per game. Nicaragua, meanwhile, led by Vansdell Thomas at 13.8 points per game. Bartel Lopez, 9.2 rebounds. Romario Ponce, 4.8 assists. Lopez also leading in blocks at 3.2 per game. Bahamas shooting 48.1% from 2-point range. And there you get a look at the starters for Bahamas. Michael Carey, Jean Cadeau, Kentuan Smith, David Nesbitt, and Leon Cooper. So Carey and Cadeau replacing Ayton and Cox in the starting lineup for Mario Boleg. And there's a look at the full roster for Nicaragua. Led, as we said, by Vansdell Thomas, Sergio Abella, the outstanding three-point shooter, 38 years old. Roger Munoz, the force inside, at 32 years old. The young and athletic Bartel Lopez at 7'1". And the point guard, Romario Ponce, just 21 years old as well.
Thomas, el número 7, Abella, el número 12, Muñoz, el número 23, López, y el número 7, Ponce.
Just about underway. My partner, Louis Shine, is working on finding out what happened to Deshaun Taylor, DeAndre Ayton, Jerron Burroughs, and Taryn Cox. And the word that we're getting from Lewis is that Ayton is out with an ankle injury. Taylor, Burroughs, and Cox all out with injuries as well. Ball is in the air, and we are underway. And a quick bucket for Nicaragua, and they're on top 2-0.
Wow, Craig, and with those guys not in the game, Nicaragua has to be biting at their chops for the opportunity to win this game.
Absolutely. I think the balance of power really goes from Bahamas to, if not neutral, perhaps in favor of Nicaragua. When you consider Munoz and Bartel Lopez now will have a decided advantage inside over Bahamas.
I think your go-to guys for the Bahamas has to be Nesbitt and possibly Smith.
Bain off the bench as well. Cadeau, Leon Cooper. And don't forget, we didn't see Abel Joseph in yesterday's game. went out with that injury.
Word from yesterday on Joseph was that it was a hamstring injury, and then today I believe he's still working through that injury, according to team doctor.
Del Thomas into the lane, kick out now to Abea. His first three-pointer, too long. Nesbitt the rebound.
And Nicaragua could really play this to their strength because throughout this tournament, there's been teams that's been in foul trouble, and the Bahamas only has 3 subs. So it can get them in some trouble later on in the game.
Three-pointer up and good for Nesbitt, and it's a 5-2 Bahamas lead, and already Angel Mayona wants timeout.
Primera falta personal de Nesbitt, número 12, en Bahamas.
Bahamas
Tiempo
foul
perdido por
on
Nicaragua.
Nesbitt, and
Nicaragua's
Mayona gets his timeout. 5-2 Bahamas, 8:35 to play, first quarter.
Los traemos a sus jugadores chiquitos, los traemos hombre a hombre hasta que quedemos en zona. Ellos están jugando con perimetrales, entonces tienen que salir a buscar. Solo hay que avanzar, exacto. Zona 3-2. Y los grandes moviéndose hacia donde vaya el hombre. Si sube arriba, un hombre tiene que subir, el otro queda, pero quedamos en zona siempre. Presionada hacia afuera, ¿estamos claros? Y sacamos rápido y no estemos regalando. Le vamos a sacar fondo. Vamos. Puño. Puño. ¿Ok? Puño. La bola. Salimos. Vamos. ¿Acá?
Ey, está saliendo solo el hombre a tirarla. Vamos, llegar.
We come back from the timeout. Bahamas leading Nicaragua 5-2. An early timeout taken by Angel Mayona. His team trailing by just 3 and just a minute and a half into the game. Thomas for 3. Rebound Nesbitt.
Thomas with an early 2-pointer, trying to put some more points on the board as he's filled it up a few games for this tournament.
El número 12, Nesbitt, de Bahamas.
Bahamas with another bucket. Nesbitt has all 7. Well, Lewis, you talked about Nesbitt being your go-to guy. He's got all 7 points for Bahamas so far.
Yeah, yesterday he came out and scored, I believe, the first 10 points of the game. Hot start yesterday, and hopefully he can sustain this type of drive that he's displaying for the remainder of the game.
Carry into the front court. Now to Kentuan Smith. Cooper, 10 to shoot. 3 on the way. Nesbitt misses left. Ponce, right side. Lopez working on Kentuan Smith. High off the glass. No, Munoz the rebound. His short jumper won't go, but Bartel Lopez is there for the tip-in.
El número 23, López.
Smith for 3. Yes.
El 13, el número 8, de Bahamas. Smith.
2 guys that are on the board for the Bahamas, Smith and Nesbitt. Like we said in the beginning of the game, it's going to have to be them 2 that display a little firepower in order for this Bahamas team to have a chance.
You absolutely called it. Those were the first 2 names you mentioned from Bahamas as having to be go-to guys without Cox and Ayton available today. Lopez Fouled, and he gets the shot to go.
Y anotación.
Second foul on Nesbitt.
Oh, that could really hurt. Being
Yeah,
that
it could.
they only have 3 subs, and they're about to take him out right now.
López a la línea de
So
tiro libre.
Eugene Bain will come on for Nesbitt. Lopez completes the three-point play, and it's 10-7 Bahamas.
Ingresa con el número 9 para
I
Bahamas.
was really looking
Jugador
forward to
Green.
seeing our guys play for the Bahamas. Ayton and Cox, which was a big contributor to yesterday's game.
In the corner, that's Carey for three.
Kerry, número 4 de Bahamas.
But that's why you have teams and you have teammates and you have a roster, because at times where things happen, you have other guys that need to step up. They have to be ready when their number's called.
Next man up mentality. Carey, the long dish. Three-pointer by Smith, no good. Bahamas fighting for the rebound. It goes off of Kentuan Smith, and that will be Nicaragua ball.
That's one of the things you have to just have in mind when you build a team. You can't build your starting 5 with powerhouse players and then have another 7 players that really can't go. You have to look at that as you put a team together, just in case things happen.
Abea catch and shoot three. No, he's 0 for 2. Lopez, the rebound, soft hook in the lane. That won't fall in. And now Bain pulls the rebound out of there. Strong rebound by Eugene Bain. Cooper out to Carey. Now Smith around Munoz, gives it up underneath. Cadeau tried the reverse, hit the bucket on the way up.
It's a good passing by the Bahamas, but
Very good pass.
that time they were a little too generous around the basket. Cooper could have finished that. He was right there at the basket. But definitely good display of offense and passing for the Bahamas thus far.
Cadeau on the break, 2-on-1, and Ponce commits the foul, his first. And Travis Bunnings checking in for Bahamas.
Primera falta personal del número 77, Ponce, de Nicaragua. Ingresa con el número 5, Monix, para Bahamas.
He replaces Sean Cadeau.
Lopez for Nicaragua with the 1 foul. So he's on the foul watch. Doesn't want to get an early second foul on him, especially with being a huge contributor to his team.
Tenorio checks in for Ponce. Cooper, quick shot off the inbound, no good. Rebound, Lopez. Abea. Out of Vansdell Thomas, driving baseline off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Bain. 5 rebounds already for Bartel Lopez without DeAndre Ayton in there. Bain the easy lay-in, and it's 15-7.
Bahamas, el número 9, Bain.
Tenorio misses from three-point range. Bahamas can't corral the rebound, and then Vansdell Thomas misses the easy bunny. Cooper kick out to Carey for 3. That's good.
Kerry, número 4 de Bahamas.
The lead now 11. 18-7.
It's looking like the firepower of the Bahamas is overcoming the fact that they only have 8 players. They're doing really well in the first minutes of the first quarter.
Munoz fouled from behind by Kentuan Smith.
Ingresa con el número 22.
Now Denzel Moody on to replace
Primera falta
Vansdell
personal del
Thomas.
número 8 de Bahamas, Smith.
Thomas 1 of 5 from the field in this first quarter.
Ingresa con el número 13 para Bahamas, el jugador Joseph.
Now Abel Joseph into the game for Bahamas. Good to see him back.
Tell you what, Craig, as a player,
Primera falta personal del número 9 de Bahamas.
Lopez going strong to the hole, got fouled there.
El número 23 de
Was
Nicaragua.
at the line for
Lopez.
2. But as a player, I loved when we had opportunities. Well, I wouldn't call it opportunity, but there were situations where there were only 8 players or something like that, because that meant more playing time, and I love to be on the court.
Foul was on Bain. Lopez. Finally the tip.
Lopez de Nicaragua.
Another 3 on the way. Kentuan Smith, no. Bain gets the board. He goes up, has it blocked by Lopez. Smith again over Lopez, no. Finally, Nicaragua controls the rebound. Tenorio gets it ahead to Denzel Moody. His mid-range jumper, no. Bain, another rebound.
Lopez on the defensive end, altering shots and blocking them.
Lopez 7 rebounds already. Munoz with 4.
And another block shot by Lopez.
Munnings.
And another.
Finally, Bahamas able to find the bottom of the bucket.
Bahamas del número 5, Moody.
The Bahamas had to work for that last
He sure did. Now soaring in for the layup is Kentuan Smith. And he will go to the free throw line, try to complete the three-point play. Foul on number 7, Sergio Abella.
Ingresa con el número 6 para Nicaragua, Camacho.
Now Cooper back on. Alvin Camacho on now for Nicaragua. Jean Cadeau returns for Bahamas as well. 23-11. Bahamas actually out rebounding Nicaragua at this point, 14-13. Seems like Nicaragua's gotten all the rebounds, and Cooper up a high over Bartel Lopez. Not blocking this one, he says. And now a steal by Cadeau up ahead to Cooper for the easy lay-in. And it's now 27-11. Biggest lead of the game. Ponce back on for
Ingresa
Nicaragua.
con el número 77, Ponce para Nicaragua.
Bahamas full court press just caused another turnover by Nicaragua, not able to get it up the court.
4 turnovers for Nicaragua in the game, just 2 for Bahamas. Minute 25 to play first quarter. Cadeau airballs the three-point shot and then saved in bounds, and it'll be a backcourt violation. Del Thomas back on for Nicaragua.
Ingresa
He will
Thomas
replace
con el
Denzel
número
Moody.
4 para Nicaragua.
Gorgeous drive and finish by Vansdell Thomas, and the foul will be on Leon Cooper, his first.
Primera falta personal de Cooper, número 14 de Bahamas. A la línea de tiro libre número 4, Thomas de Nicaragua.
Thomas completes the three-point play.
Ingresa Cruz
And
con el
now
número
coming
15
in
para
for
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, Ronaldo Cruz. Martel Lopez sits down for the first time. 10 to play, first quarter. Cadeau gets it to fall in, and he'll go to the line.
Falta y anotación.
Nicaragua foul on Roger
Primera
Munoz, his
falta
first.
personal de Muñoz, número 12 de Nicaragua. A la línea de
So it's
tiro
looking
libre
like the
número
mindset
7.
of the Bahamas is, doesn't matter if we have 8 players, we're going to put it to them. I mean, they're full court pressing and everything.
7 of 8 players have scored for Bahamas already. Thomas gets it stripped on the way up by Abel Joseph. Joseph, the only member of the Bahamas not to have scored just yet.
Ingresa Campbell con el número 35.
Now the
para
18-year-old
Nicaragua.
Jensen Campbell comes in to replace Roger Munoz.
A la línea número 4, Thomas de Nicaragua.
Ansdell Thomas has 6 now. 51 seconds to play in the first quarter. Thomas hits the second. Lead down to 13. Cooper into the front court. On the drive and rings it in.
Dos más de Cooper de Bahamas.
Cruz has it poked away by Cooper. It'll remain with Bahamas. 18 on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock. Camacho.
Thomas with the three-pointer from the corner.
Thomas.
Ansdell Thomas now with 10. Camacho commits the foul. 15.9 to play in the quarter. First on Camacho.
Primera falta personal del número 6 de Nicaragua, Camacho.
Second free throw no good, rebounded by Cruz. 11 seconds left. Campbell to Ponce. Now Ponce on the drive. His pass tipped, but controlled by Thomas. Thomas now goes in and lays it in.
Para Thomas de Nicaragua.
All of a sudden, it's the Vansdell Thomas show, and he's got 12. 32-21 Bahamas. Second quarter action in just a moment.
21 points, Bahamas, 32 points.
Oh. 32-21 Bahamas at the end of the first quarter if you're just joining us. This is the first of 4 games today. The first 2, the 7th place and 5th place games in the reclassification round. And then the semifinals at 5:45 and 8 o'clock. But the big story here is that Bahamas, and the tip dunk by Abel Joseph. The big story here today so far is 4 Bahaman players missing, out with injuries. Deshaun Taylor, Jerron Burroughs, and starters Taryn Cox, and the world #1 prospect, DeAndre Ayton. We're told Ayton has an ankle injury. We were not given the specifics on the other injuries, on the other players. And now the tip in by Kentuan Smith. The lead is 15. Biggest lead of the game for Bahamas has been 16.
8 second. Oh.
They're going to get Munoz. No, they're going to get Ponce. Let's get a look at that again. I was going to say, I didn't think that was an illegal screen on Munoz. I don't know what Ponce did. I was looking at the player bouncing off of Munoz.
Segunda falta personal del número
There was a couple things going on there. The foul, and then the whistle blew right at 16, so thought it was going to be a...
Yeah, I wasn't even watching that. Now a foul on Bartel Lopez. That is his second.
Segunda falta personal del número 23, López. Anotación de Bahamas.
Free throw by Smith is good. He's got one more coming. Smith now has 10, along with 7 by Nesbitt. They lead Bahamas in the absence of Cox and Ayton. Those were the first 2 bodies you mentioned as needing to be the go-to guys. Now Vansdale Thomas, the air ball from 3-point range. Cooper right down Main Street and lays it in.
And even with the guys missing, there's a 19-point lead here early on in the second quarter. We didn't expect that after hearing the news.
No, we sure didn't. Abea into Ponce to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Nicaragua. That results in the easy lay-in for Bartel Lopez.
Balón favorable para Nicaragua.
Jean Cadeau back in for Bahamas. Let's see who he replaces. He's going to replace Leon Cooper. Cooper appears to be moving a little gingerly as he jogs in front of us.
Hopefully he's okay, because if not,
Yeah, they're
that's
down
not
to
good.
7.
And if I was Nicaragua, having a 12-man roster, I would be running fresh legs at them every few minutes. Full court pressing to try to get them into a fatigue factor.
Not a bad idea. Abel Joseph for 3, no good. Lopez another board. Eugene Bain getting set to check back in for Bahamas. 8 rebounds for Munoz. 8 rebounds for Lopez. That outside shot no good by Denzel Moody. And now Bain comes back in to replace Travis Munnings. 20 rebounds for
Ingresa
Bahamas,
con el número 9,
20 rebounds
para Bahamas.
for Nicaragua.
Para Bahamas.
Bain hits. And another turnover for Nicaragua. Cadeau to Bain, the easy lay-in.
Para Bain, el número 9.
And Angel Mayona wants timeout with 6:35 to play, second quarter. Bahamas on top by 21.
Es la única forma que vamos a desahogar. No permitir que el hombre caiga en la presión. Hay que pasar el hombre grande. Ya si el 4 sacó, obviamente no puede estar ahí. Pero el 5 o el 4 o el 5 tienen que estar aquí en medio para meter la defensa y después pasar la bola al otro lado. Pero tenemos que movernos. Si no nos movemos, estamos ahí muertos. Estamos claros, no podemos dejar que presionen a nuestro manejador. ¿No? Vamos, hombre. Y después, estando aquí, llamemos. Vamos, dijimos que íbamos a hablar para meterle al hombre al grande la bola. El 3 le pone pantalla al 5 para ver dónde le metemos. El 4 se abre y la rotamos al lado contrario porque el 2 ya se vino. ¿Ah? ¿Estamos claros? Pollo, pero ayudemos a pasar la bola con el 5 aquí. ¿Estamos claros? Desde que el hombre le damos la bola, la recuperamos al otro lado. Aquí sí es posible en el centro. Vamos. Y hay que correr, no nos quedemos parados en la defensa.
Biggest lead of the game for Bahamas at 44-23. And they're doing it without 4 players, 2 of whom are their starters. Aaron Cox and DeAndre Ayton out with injuries. Munoz gets fouled.
And that's going to be 2 on Smith.
Segunda falta personal
Antoine
del
Smith
número
with
8 de
2.
Bahamas.
David Nesbitt
A la
with 2.
línea de tiro, el número 12, Muñoz.
And you would think with a 21-point lead, Bahamas wouldn't be quite as aggressive defensively. And knowing that they only have 8, now potentially 7 players. Wow, what a soaring bucket there.
Dos más para Curry.
Michael
Número
Carey
4.
up over Bartel Lopez, laying it in. 46-23.
Carey's next basket, he'll be in double figures.
Out to Tenorio, his floater no good, and he commits the offensive foul. Eugene Bain taking the charge. And that's foul number 1 on Tenorio. Vansdell Thomas sits down, and Eduardo Amaya comes on.
Primera falta personal del número 11. Tenorio
Now
de
there's
Nicaragua.
Deshaun Taylor. Apparently Taylor got enough treatment. That he is able to come in.
Dos más para Jose. De
So that's
Bahamas.
good news for Bahamas.
Balón favorable para Nicaragua.
Maybe we'll see a couple other players.
Could be, if the trainer's working on them one at a time. You'd think Ayton and Cox would take preferential treatment over Deshaun Taylor, but never know. Might be the nature of the injury, too. Munoz elevates and lays it in with the right hand.
See a lot of kinesio tape.
Yeah.
Definitely with
Lopez, a blocked shot.
definitely with the Bahamas players. But during the tournament, it really works. I'll tell you that firsthand.
Yeah, I'm typically not one of those people that subscribe to the gels and creams and things because they're just really topical and don't do anything other than either numb or irritate your skin to make it feel cold or warm. It doesn't do anything to the muscles or anything, but I've used that kinesio tape, and it's got actual penetrating medicine in it, a mild steroid, I believe, and the pressure combined with the medicine being forced into the injured area, it does provide some relief.
It's almost a miracle, to be honest, because when I first seen it, I was like, well, what is this going to do? But it works, and
First time I remember seeing it was in the Olympics a few years ago with the beach volleyball players. It's like, what is that tape all over their bodies? They look ridiculous.
I mean, some guys almost look like mummies. They believe in it so much.
Harry has it all over his left knee. Bain blocks that shot.
Sometimes it looks like it's put on in such a way it's like artwork.
Yeah.
But
well, that's another one of those things that you wonder, is it more decorative? Kind of like the compression wear that doesn't really compress anything. Moody, his floater won't go. Rebound Nesbitt. Carry to the cutting Abel Joseph. He attacked the rim, and I think he was going to pass that ball, but they're going to call a shooting foul.
That last rebound, Nesbitt has 4 on the day so far.
That foul on Bartel Lopez, and that is his third.
Número 23, López de Nicaragua. Ingresa con el número 12 para Nicaragua, Muñoz.
Coming back into the game.
Ingresa con el número 5 para Bahamas.
He replaces Abel Joseph. Not seen Leon Cooper since he came out and appeared to be a little hobbled. All smiles on the Bahamian bench right now, except, of course, for Mario Boleg. I don't know that he's capable of smiling during a game, even if his team has a 22-point lead in the second quarter. Abel Joseph goes up. Okay, now Mario Boleg is smiling. Joshing around with some of his assistant coaches. Abea's shot is blocked. Abea does not have a point in this game. Now up ahead to Taylor, to Nesbitt, misses the dunk. Angel Mayona on the other end of the floor. Granite jawed. Munnings catches the air ball by Carey, and he's fouled going back up. 2:42 to play second quarter. Now Kentuan Smith getting ready to check back in with those 2 fouls.
Segunda falta personal del número 7, Abea de Nicaragua. Ingresa con el número 8 para Bahamas, el jugador Smith.
Bahamas look like they're on their way to a 30-point lead.
Now here comes Leon Cooper getting ready to come back in. That's good to see. Bunnings hits both free throws.
Ingresa con el número 14 para Bahamas, el jugador Cooper.
And a 25-point lead. Michael Carey sits down. Now some full court pressure by Bahamas. Yeah, that's an 8-second violation.
Great defense again by the Bahamas.
Yep.
I would think that was what Nicaragua would be doing, trying to put some defensive pressure, being that they have, well, 9 players now.
Bunnings to the baseline. He gets fouled by Munoz. That will be his second. Mario Boleg was all over that 8-second call. As soon as that clock hit 15, he got up yelling 8-8. The officials caught it as well.
With Coach Boleg having that type of intensity on the sideline as we have seen these last few days, I wonder if he played any sports himself and how he was out there. You see a coach like that, you definitely would think that as a player in some sport, they would be just as intense on the court or the field.
Vansdell Thomas, 7 to shoot, gets it to Ponce. His jumper misses. Here comes Bahamas again. Cooper, shot with the left hand, no, but there for the putback is Travis Bunnings.
And the Bahamas is continuing the full court pressure and got a steal. Foul on Ponce, his third.
Número 7-7, Ponce para Nicaragua.
Mario Boleg replaced Larry Eustache in 2014 as Bahamas head coach. He was an assistant under Eustache. Eustache, of course, at Colorado State.
See a lot of coaches like that. They're assistants and they have that opportunity to move up once the head coach gets promoted and heads to another opportunity.
Tough lay-in
Falta y anotación.
by Travis Bunnings. The foul on Ronaldo Cruz.
Primera falta marcada en Cruz, número 15 de Nicaragua.
A little bit of a jackknife layup there. And Munnings with that shot moves into double figures with 10 points.
Abea still without a point. 32 the lead for Bahamas. Deshaun Taylor can't get the bank, and then therefore the putback is Kentuan Smith. He's got 12.
.30 seconds left in this first half.
Saravia to Vansdell Thomas. Step back jumper. Nope. Deshaun Taylor the rebound.
Slam by Munning.
Wow.
Dos más para Muniz. Número 5 de Bahamas.
That slam dunk puts the Bahamas up by 30.
Primera falta personal del
36
número 4,
points.
Tomás de Nicaragua. A la
Right.
línea de tiro libre, el número 14,
Into your
Cooper
lap.
on the line. Number 14, Cooper.
I think he altered the camera on the dunk.
Loving the different camera angles that we're able to bring you guys
This
action
is
in different ways.
first-class production. And the first half will come to an end with
Finaliza la
Bahamas
primera
on
parte
top
del encuentro entre Nicaragua y Bahamas. Marcador: Nicaragua 27 puntos, Bahamas
by
64
37,
puntos.
64-27
Nicaragua, 27 points.
in the seventh-place game.
Bahamas,
This is the
64
2016 Centrobasket Championship live from Panama City. We're back with second-half action in just a few minutes.
Bahamas. Oh, anotación del Cooper. Finaliza la primera. Nos preparamos para el inicio de la segunda parte de este encuentro entre Nicaragua y Bahamas. Marcador, Nicaragua 27 puntos, Bahamas 64 puntos. Score, Nicaragua 27 points, Bahamas 64 points.
(67-34) as we return to the action here at Roberto Duran Arena in Panama City. Seventh place game between Bahamas and Nicaragua. And if you're just joining us, Bahamas without three key players, DeAndre Ayton and Taryn Cox, arguably the two best players on the Bahamian roster. And Jerron Burroughs, a key reserve. All three out with injuries. We were told that Ayton had an ankle injury. Must have occurred during the shoot-around. And we were not given specifics on the other injuries to Burroughs and Cox. Deshaun Taylor was also not introduced with the team, but he appeared in the second quarter. Air ball by Vansdell Thomas. Nicaragua 26% from the field in the first half, 10 of 33 from two-point range, 1 of 10 from three-point range. Bahamas 50% from the field in the first half, 21 of 39 for 54% from two, and 4 of 11 for 36% from three. Nicaragua 4 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half. Bahamas 10 of 18 for 56%. Bahamas out rebounding Nicaragua 35-27. 11 first half turnovers for Nicaragua compared to just 4 for Bahamas. Cooper giving it up underneath. Tough finish there by Jean Cadeau. Vansdell Thomas led Nicaragua with 12 points. Bartel Lopez had 11. The only other player to score for Nicaragua in that first half was Roger Munoz. He had 4. Leading rebounder for Nicaragua was Roger Munoz with 9 and Bartel Lopez with 9. Bartel Lopez had 4 first half blocked shots. For the Bahamas, Travis Munnings and Kentuan Smith each with 12 points. Leon Cooper had 9. Michael Carey had 8. David Nesbitt and Abel Joseph each had 7. Eugene Bain had 6. Jean Cadeau had 2, and Deshaun Taylor had 1. Leading rebounder for Bahamas, Abel Joseph with 6. Bain and Smith each had 5. Taylor and Munnings, as well as Nesbitt, each had 4. Leon Cooper had 5 first half assists. Abel Joseph had 3 first half steals. A pair of blocked shots in the first half for Kentuan Smith. Bahamas outscoring Nicaragua 40-16, points in the paint, points from turnovers 10-2 in favor of Bahamas. Second chance points as well, 14-8. Fast break points, Bahamas 21, Nicaragua 2. And the Bahamian bench outscoring Nicaragua 26-0.
See Lopez didn't get the start, having 3 fouls. Coach wanting to preserve him a little bit.
Doe high up with the right hand and banking it in.
41-point lead by the Bahamas. I could just imagine if the Bahamas had everybody, how much more this lead would be.
Vansdell Thomas hits for 3. He's got 17 now. Michael Carey lucky that the official had turned around and headed the other way.
Yes.
Otherwise, he might have gotten the tee.
I mean, does this expose the level of play that Nicaragua is able to excel to, given that they're playing a team that we thought, because they were missing people, that it kind of would be a little more even matchup, but they're still beating them by 40 points.
Well, it may be a situation as well, because Bahamas ran so much through DeAndre Ayton and Taryn Cox that the other players didn't get a chance to showcase how good they really are. Bahamas, traditionally a pretty good team. .36, 6 minutes to play, third quarter.
The putback by Carey off the offensive rebound. Hit on the top of the head.
Yeah, bonked on the top of the head by Denzel Moody. Bahamas have doubled up Nicaragua, and then some, as Nesbitt gets the rebound and the putback. Cadeau, 3-on-2. Now inside, and Nesbitt, he gets fouled. That will be on Vansdell Thomas. His second.
Here comes Lopez.
Bartel Lopez checking back in for the first time in this second half. He's got 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 block shots. Munoz will sit down with 4 points and 10 rebounds.
I was looking at some pictures of the of Nicaragua. Beautiful there. Checking out some of the other countries that are in the tournament. You know the Bahamas is beautiful.
Yes. And this region just lush with jungles and rainforests, mountains, rolling hills, rivers. Just a much different kind of terrain than you see in the United States.
Yes. Yeah, you know, as we've been here this week, you know, encountered a lot of people, whether back at the hotel, here at the arena. Some of the nicest people you
I
can.
was just going to say that. Nice feed from Nesbitt to Bain. Everybody has a smile for you.
Yes. From the hospitality to just wanting to accommodate whatever you might need. And
Security people around the arena greet you every morning when you come in with a buenos dias, a
Yes.
smile. drivers of our vehicles.
It's been amazing.
They jump out and grab your bag out of the trunk for you, hold the doors open. Yeah, everybody here is just tremendous. Panama Basketball Federation, Fiba. We look forward to heading to Caracas next week for the Men's South American Championship Tournament. I was there a few weeks ago in Barquisimeto for the Women's South American Championship Tournament, and everybody in Barquisimeto was just tremendous as well. 2-on-1 now for Bahamas. Bain throwing up the alley-oop, and off the glass is Jean Cadeau.
I know that had to be a really great experience being down there.
It was very interesting. A lot of problems in Venezuela right now, but the people are still just amazing. We talked to them a little bit, at least the ones that speak English. There's a lot more English speaking here in Panama, by the way, than there is at least in Barquisimeto, Venezuela. But talked to some of the folks down there and say, yeah, we've got problems, but, you know, we're a good people. We hope it gets better.
And that's a great outlook to have. I'm excited to get there.
Nesbitt's three, no good. The putback doesn't find its way down for Joseph.
Thomas got away with a travel there.
Blocked by Lopez. Joseph the lay-in. And now timeout taken by Nicaragua. Their first of the second half. They trail 84-40 with 3 minutes to play, third quarter.
Ya esto es para vos, ¿verdad? Porque el hombre va a salir. ¿Cómo te vas a quedar parado aquí? Uno recibe movimiento. Te quedas clavado ahí, el hombre viene a la bola, el más grande que vos, salta encima y te la quita. Uno recibe movimiento. ¿Estamos claros? Salgamos corriendo, movámonos. Ya recibiste el movimiento, ya es otra cosa. Y volvamos con el hombre grande. Marte, cada vez que lo has hecho aquí, hemos salido rápido. Corriendo salimos rápido. Acércate que te den la bola y los demás corramos. No nos quedemos parados. ¿Estamos claros? Inclusive ya le hemos hecho canasta de rompimiento. Sigámoslo haciendo.
Pasando la bola.
Okay, siga defendiendo igual así y a la hora de tirar asegúrese. Marque bien el paso. Ustedes ir de boca hacia adelante. Marque el paso y saltar vertical para que tengas tiro. ¿Estamos claros? Vamos.
No piquemos la bola, loco. Démosla de una.
3 minutes to play, third quarter. 84-40 Bahamas. 5 players in double figures for Bahamas, 3 more with 9. Vansdell Thomas leads Nicaragua with 19. He's got almost half of Nicaragua's points. Bartel Lopez has 11. Abel Joseph leaves it for Nesbitt. He goes up over Lopez, misses, banks that one in.
2 puntos más para Nesbitt, número 12 de Bahamas.
Foul on Tenorio, his second.
Del número 11 de Nicaragua. Tenorio.
Going to the free throw line is Money.
Ingresa con el número 12 Muñoz y el número 77 Ponce para Nicaragua.
As we continue our discussion on South American and Central American landscape and culture. Been enjoying the food as well.
Been really great food. I mean, 5-star, everything, top notch. Trying to make sure I get a workout in too, because that's a lot of food.
Yeah, I don't have enough energy for that. You're a better man than I am. Thomas has his shot blocked. That was Deshaun Taylor. Now stolen away by Ponce. Goes out of bounds off of him, though. It'll stay with the Bahamas.
48-point lead.
Balón favorable para Bahamas.
A lot of fresh fruit.
Oh, yes.
Fruit juices, freshly squeezed. Salads. Central and South American style cooking. A lot of rice.
Yes.
Vegetables in it.
No complaints at all from here.
No.
From my side.
The meats are all so tender.
Fall off the bone chicken.
Yeah.
They do it right down here.
Yeah, they do. Three-pointer up and good for Ponce. Making me hungry. Thanks for bringing me a plate, by the way. So you're munching on a little snack over there. It's all right, I'll watch.
Oh, I just had to because I don't want to run back in there after this. So, actually ran out of time. Had to get back. So,
Little potato salad and some fresh fruit.
it's actually awesome the fact that they have so much fresh fruit because I know
Yeah.
when I'm at home, I don't eat the fruit that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that they have it available, I'm making myself get my servings that I need.
Well, it's all locally grown, too. Bananas, papayas, mangoes, watermelons.
I know as an athlete, these players here, they have to definitely appreciate that because to play at the level that they have been during this tournament, you definitely need to refuel your body and give your body something that it can produce hard work off of.
Now a steal by Bain after the pretty alley-oop before. Tried to throw it over his head to Munnings. Joseph, as the third quarter is winding down. Officials are letting them play with a 50-point lead nearly, but they had to call that one.
And I'll tell you what, too, Craig, just in talking about this region, it's great weather. I mean, as an athlete, as far as training, to be able to be outside doing things and running hills and maybe track workouts, I mean, there's no time that you can't do that. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't get cold down here.
That's something you and I are going to disagree about.
What's that?
I don't like it 85 degrees with 94% humidity. Of course, I don't think you can train outside when you had the kind of rain we had this morning.
Oh, man.
Just before the game started. The skies opened up. We are in the rainy season here in Panama. It rains just about every day for a little while. Some rain and thunder, major.
It's like so warm here, though, after it rains. Went outside yesterday, you didn't see a drop of water anywhere.
Yeah. And a technical foul called on Lee Sarabia. Beg your pardon, that's on Travis Munnings. Now Munnings will be substituted for by Kentuan Smith.
Ingresa con el número 8 para Bahamas. Smith.
Not sure what the issue was with Munnings. He's having words with an official. As Abea now has 3 points.
Officials definitely have been able to control the atmosphere of every game that we've seen.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of leeway with FIBA officials.
definitely makes for great atmosphere, not only for the players, but fans and people that are watching.
Well, FIBA's motto,
Primera falta personal de Taylor.
aside
Número
from
6
We Are
de Bahamas.
Basketball, is clean game. And they mean that on a number of different levels. They want players to play cleanly and respect the game, respect the officials. They want players to have clean bodies.
Con el número 8, Sarabia. For Nicaragua.
12 seconds to play, third quarter, 92-49. Bunnings has 4 fouls after that tee. Now the feed underneath to Nesbitt, and he goes up and jams it home. And the third quarter will come to an end with Bahamas on top, 94-49.
49 puntos para Nicaragua, 94 para Bahamas. Score, Nicaragua, 49 points. Bahamas, 94 points.
(94-49) as we head to the fourth quarter in this 7th place game between Bahamas and Nicaragua.
Cuarta falta personal marcada sobre el número 4 de Nicaragua, Thomas.
The 5th place game coming up at 3 o'clock. That will be between Cuba and Virgin Islands. That'll be a pretty good game. A scrappy, experienced Virgin Islands team. Somehow they find ways to get wins. And the Cubans with Javier Justiz, Osmel Oliva. 3 misses by Kentuan Smith, and then saved almost by Jean Cadeau.
Balón favorable para Nicaragua.
Threw it off of his own player out of bounds. Then coming up this evening, it's the semifinals. At 5:45, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, followed up at 8 o'clock. And if you thought last night was electric, the game between Panama and Mexico in the semis, oh my. This place will be rocking and rolling.
Excited about that. I think that might top the biggest crowd that we've had all week.
If Panama makes the championship game.
Oh, my.
Lopez, another rebound.
We might have to reserve our seats.
Yeah. We've got the best seat in the house. About 12 feet off the court.
Right around center court, too.
Right around center court. About 3 feet up on a riser.
Ingresa Muñoz con el número 12 para Nicaragua.
Martel Lopez now. 11 points. I believe he's got 10 rebounds. And 6 blocked shots. Still at 9 rebounds, actually, for Lopez. Thought that last one was his 10th.
Oh, nice footwork by Munoz down low.
Vansdell Thomas with 22 for Nicaragua. He's got 7 boards. Munoz 4 points, 10 rebounds.
Wow, and 7 of the 9 players from the Bahamas in double figures.
Tablero y anotación, 2 más para el número 4 de Nicaragua, Thomas.
And Cooper has 9. Sean Taylor with 2. Lunnings 14 points, 5 boards. Taylor 2.6 boards. Cadeau 10 points, 3 rebounds. Antoine Smith 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 block shots. Bain has 12 points, 7 rebounds. Nesbitt 15 points, 5 rebounds. Abel Joseph 11 points, 7 rebounds.
Falta y anotación del número 12, Muñoz.
Leon Cooper 9 points, 5 rebounds.
Segunda falta personal de Taylor, número 6 de Bahamas. Ingresa con el 11, Tenorio. Y el número 6, Camacho para Nicaragua.
I think your partner's got 2 rebounds and 5 assists. He leads Bahamas in that category. Bahamas out rebounding Dominican Republic 47-42. Three-pointer by Smith, no good. Moody pulls down the rebound.
Nicaragua still playing. They haven't given up or anything. Still going strong.
Munoz, that falls in, and now Munoz with a double-double. 10 points, 12 rebounds.
Although the difference in the score, you could just see every player out on the court just playing their hearts out. And that's one thing I like about this tournament. Even though there is some games where the scores were teams were getting beat by large margins, the guys just play. They played until the end.
Vansdell Thomas, a prime example. He's got 26.
Camacho with the three-pointer and one.
Waiting for the rare 4-point play. Abel Joseph back on.
Looks like he
Nesbitt
was.
and Cooper as well.
Looks like that right foot was on the line. Not sure if the referees caught that according to the replay. I think they're going to let it go.
I believe so.
One of the things I have not seen in this tournament is individual players that are just like so about themselves, trying to get their stats and things like that. Every team that we've seen, they really play team ball.
No question. Cadeau to the right hand. That gets Bahamas to 99. Foul is going to be on Tenorio, his third.
Tercera falta personal del número 11 de Nicaragua, Tenorio. A la línea de tiro libre por Bahamas. Jim Cadot. Up the line, Cadot.
Or is that the first time we've heard the public address guy in a while? Maybe he was partaking of some of that fine potato salad, fresh fruit, whatever else is in the break room for us. Ooh, Mansdell Thomas for three. He's got 29. Bahamas lead 100-60. Nesbitt's turnaround off the glass misses and rebounded by Camacho. Thomas off the glass. Munoz misses. And then a foul called. That's going to be on Jean Cadeau, his second.
Segunda falta personal del número 7, Jim Cadot. A la línea de tiro libre el número 12, Muñoz, por Nicaragua. Anotación.
Free throw good by Munoz. Second as well. Travis Munnings will come on now for Bahamas. 4:25 to play in the game.
Definitely looking forward to this next matchup with Cuba and ISV, Virgin Islands. Get excited to watch Coach Sam Mitchell as well. He does such a great job with his team, instructing them and giving strategy, especially during timeouts, making adjustments.
A foul on Eduardo Amaya. His first. Cadeau misses the free throw. Second one, Karam's off, but he tracks it down himself. And Bahamas with another possession. Alley-oop. A little too high and wide for Cadeau. Those pink sneakers couldn't get him to where he needed to go. And now
3-on-0.
Cooper, now he's in double figures.
Definitely got a little bit of color out there on the sneaker tip.
A couple of guys in teal, one in kind of purplish, one in red, and Cadeau in pink. Nice drive and pretty reverse by Abel Joseph. And Angel Mayona takes timeout. 3:30 to play in the game. Bahamas up 105-70.
¿Quién está? Muñoz adentro, ¿verdad? No saca Muñoz.
Yo saco.
Saca Camacho. El 2 o el 1, no importa. Cualquiera de los dos puede recibir el movimiento. ¿Estamos claros? Hey, miremos al grande. Si ves espacio aquí, el otro, el 3, tiene que venir a buscar la bola acá. Pasémosle la bola. Y no nos estemos pasando pegados a la línea. Ese es el peor pecado que hizo usted ahorita. ¿Estamos claros? Vamos. Muñoz le está haciendo allá abajo. Lo está matando. Este es Boca, macho. Le vas a poner pantalla. Le vas a poner pantalla aquí. ¿Ok? Vamos a poner pantalla aquí. Perdón, es en el pollo. En el 4 le vas a ir a poner pantalla a Muñoz. ¿Ok? Daniel, le pones pantalla a Romario y te abrís inmediatamente. Camacho, después que pongas pantalla, te abrís para el tiro de 3. ¿Ok? Si no le podemos pasar aquí, la rotamos y la buscamos a Camacho en el tiro de 3. Vamos.
Back to the action, 3:21 to play, 105-70, Bahamas leading Nicaragua. 3 more games on tap today. Our 7th place game taking place right now. And then at 3 o'clock, the 5th place game between Cuba and Virgin Islands. And then this evening, the semifinals starting off at 5:45, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. And then at 8 o'clock, Panama and Mexico. Munoz off the glass. Can't find the mark.
Ingresa Campbell con el número 35 por Nicaragua.
Jensen Campbell on for Nicaragua, along with Reynaldo Cruz. Roger Munoz sits down.
Cuba in the tunnel getting set. Come out once this game concludes. Justice towering over everyone standing over there.
And with that hairstyle, he looks even taller.
Yes.
It's kind of like Chevy Chase in Fletch. 6'4", 6'8" with the afro.
Ooh, we heard that foul by Ponce.
Yeah.
Good effort, missed the ball. All
Fourth
scheme.
foul. Fourth foul on Ponce. He'll sit down as Sarabia comes on.
De Ponce, número 77 de Nicaragua.
Well, we were set for a great first game, especially looking forward to seeing Ayton with possibly even a better game than he had last time. Unfortunately, he was not able to play today. However, the Bahamas still played very well.
If you're just joining us, DeAndre Ayton, Jerron Burroughs, and Terran Cox all out with injuries. Not sure if there was a pile up in the shoot around this morning or what. But we were told that Ayton had an ankle injury. We're not given specifics on the other injuries, but you talked directly to the team doctor.
And she came right up to us, gave us a little information, and
Tiempo
to
fuera.
do a good job to relate to you guys what we were given.
Also, Deshaun Taylor was not with the team as they were introduced, along with Ayton, Burrows, and Cox. They only stood 8 during the national anthem.
Decís que hablas y no hablas nada.
And then in the second quarter, Deshaun
Las
Taylor
pantallas para
appeared.
salir de la presión con el 5 presentándose. Una vez aquí. Vamos a llamar el 41. ¿Ok? Llama. Jafet.
So
Sale
you have a
este
chance
hombre.
to glance down at the clipboard of Nicaraguan head coach Angel Mayona.
¿Quién gana el 2? Después de esto, mira. Después de esto, seguir de viaje para ver si recibe. Si no, este hombre se hace. Se la pones arriba para que la banquee.
The action starts Sunday in Caracas.
¿Estamos claros? No nos paremos, hay que
I
hablar.
believe the first game is at 11 a.m.
Vamos, estos minutitos son valiosos.
Our flight gets in at 7 from here in Panama City to Caracas. Practically going to go straight to the arena. Lucas Garcia, the tremendous Fiba technological wizard, has already gone to Caracas to finalize preparations for that tournament.
And that's what I really, really love about the operation and everything that they're doing. You know, the fact that people have already gone ahead to prepare things for the Sunday start. And it's just really organized.
Bunning is called for the foul, and he will be done, as that is his 5th foul. Kentuan Smith back up. Checking in for Bahamas with 1:16 to play. Munning sits down
Con su quinta falta personal
with
por Bahamas.
16 points,
Ingresa con el número 8, Speed.
6 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Pretty solid game.
Solid game by lots of players. Carey with 10 for Bahamas. Jean Cadeau with 18 points and 5 rebounds. Kentuan Smith 10 and 8. Eugene Bain 12 and 7. Nesbitt has 15 and 6. Taylor launching that 3, hoping maybe to get into double figures himself. Abel Joseph, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Leon Cooper, 16 points, 6 assists. Taylor now with 4, 116.73. Jensen Campbell gets into the scorebook. Taylor says, give me the ball. I want to get in double figures. He launches the 3. Oh, good. Campbell misses the dunk. Taylor lets the defender go by, goes off the glass and in.
I think he's trying hard to get into double figures.
He's got 6 now. And a steal over to Taylor. Out of Cadeau. Taylor for 3. Short. Taylor follows. And they're going to call the foul on Cruz.
He's definitely had his opportunities.
And look at his teammates. They're giving him grief for missing so many shots. He has racked up some rebounds, though. He's got 6 and 3 blocked shots.
Not bad for coming into the game late.
He's only played 13 minutes. Here's point number 7.
I'm willing to bet that he makes this. They might get a steal, and he may get the 10
I was
points.
thinking Bahamas was going to press here, and they sure are. Stolen just about by Kentuan Smith. 4 now 3. Saravia scores. They're trying to find Taylor. Taylor from half court. Oh! Banks it off the glass and off the rim, trying to hit double figures. He will not get there. And the final score, Bahamas 120, Nicaragua 77. Bahamas finishes the 2016 Centrobasket tournament in 7th place, Nicaragua in 8th. For my partner, Lewis Shine, and everybody at Fiba, I'd like to thank you for watching this game. Don't forget, coming up at 3 o'clock, the 5th place game between Cuba and Virgin Islands. We will have that for you right here live. We hope you can join us. I'm Craig Feda from Roberto Duran Arena in Panama City. So long for now.
Finaliza la primera parte de este encuentro entre Nicaragua y Bahamas. Finaliza el encuentro entre